So I went into the crawl space with my phone light. Let me turn this around so you can see. And I found out that over on the vapor barrier, which is this on the floor, the plastic is black plastic, this is white plastic. But on the floor, the vapor barrier, it was pooled with water, condensate water. And here on the air handler, not this one, but on the air handler in the crawl space, that thing was dripping wet with condensation. And also up on the undersides of the duct, I put my hand up on it and it was just dripping with condensation. So, yeah, in that case, my buyers decided to walk away. Today, I want to share with you what happened on a recent home showing with first-time home buyer clients. I want to give it to you from a buyer's perspective, but I also want to give it to you from a seller's perspective, because there is a right way and a wrong way to address issues. Whenever you leave big question marks unanswered, never good for any buyer coming through your house. So here's what happened. I set up a showing for my first-time home buyer clients, and it was a house in the country, and it was on a well and septic system. Before the showing, I reached out to the agent and I asked, hey, had the septic system ever been pumped or inspected? And the answer I got was the sellers believed that they had it pumped in the past 5 years. They bought it 5 years ago. They believe they had it pumped within the past 5 years. I asked any records or receipts. The answer was no. That's hard. That's discouraging. Also, the agent noted in the MLS remarks that the property was back on the market at no fault of sellers. So whenever you have that, as an agent, I always want to ask for my clients, what was the purpose? What was the reason that it came back on the market? And the answer I got was more or less that they were young buyers and they got cold feet, basically, going through the process. And I found out that there had been a home inspection done that the buyers had done. So I asked for it and that home inspection was sent to me. So on the inspection, as is many older homes, this home was probably 15 years old or more, actually, a little bit more than 15. And so there's going to be minor stuff on every home inspection with an older home. But then there was this one major issue, and the home inspector had photos and a write-up in the crawl space. On top of the vapor barrier, there was standing pools of water. Well, that's not good. And also, there was condensation that he noted coming off what's called the inside air handler. That's the inside unit of your air conditioning heat pump system. So that was not good either. So once I saw that, I asked the agent, so what did the sellers do to fix that situation? The answer was the HVAC was blown out because the filters were clogged. I was trying to judge that appropriately, I wasn't given anything else on it. So I'll do a quick explanation. I'm going to continue on here. So in every heat pump unit, if you have an interior air handler in the crawl space, that unit will have what's called a condensation line that runs out of it. It's just a little CPVC line, runs out of the crawl space, and that thing in the middle of the hot, humid summers, you're going to see that thing dripping water all the time. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to take that condensation out of the crawl space and put it outside so that the crawl space can stay dry. So when the language was blew out, it was the HVAC was blown out since the filter was clogged. Well, the condensation line could have been clogged. I'm not sure about a filter. Maybe they replaced the filters in the house because I know that can affect the performance of a heat pump system. Regardless, the answer would be hey, did that take care of the problem? So when we had our showing and we went out to the property, one of the places I'm going is in the crawl space. I had my client in the crawl space door. I'm up in the crawl space with my little phone light, and I can see still there's pooling water on the vapor barrier. There is condensation on the air handler itself currently, and there's a duct right here, a cooling duct. I can run my hand on it and my hand is sopping wet because it's got condensation all right there. So guess what? My clients decided not to move forward with an offer on that particular house. And the part of this is I wanted to communicate this buyer and seller wise. For my buyers, it's obvious. Well, there was an issue that arose in a prior home inspection. Was it rectified? Doesn't look like it. something was done, but it was kind of done maybe halfway, or it was the actual issue was not completely identified correctly. I got other ideas about what was going on down there, but I'm not going to get into that right now. So that's the sad part, because my buyers actually loved the location. The sizing of the house was just right at the sweet spot. It was just about right. So the location was good for them because they had to drive to work 2 different directions, and the house itself was good. So my position on that house is, if after that initial home inspection, the sellers would have said, hey, we see this is really important. We got to fix this thing and we got to get it done right. Maybe the right answer would have been pull it off the market for a week or a few days, have contractors come in, discern what that condensation is coming from, clean it up, get the causation repaired and fixed, and clean everything up so it's not just sitting there with water that still needs to come out of the crawl space. Once it's cleaned up and the unit is running efficiently and we can see that there's no condensation anymore, you finish the problem. And then keep all the receipts that were done for that work and make this very transparent to the next buyer and buyer's agent that comes through the house, where you can say, hey guys, we had this issue. It's been rectified. Here's what we paid to do it. You can check it out yourself. It looks good. That, my friends, would have brought me to the point my guys would have put an offer on the house. We would probably be under contract today if the correct things had been done. So if you're a home seller, I highly encourage all my sellers, but I encourage you as a home seller, make sure you save all receipts. If you've pumped your septic at any time, save those receipts. If you've done any work or done repairs, save those receipts. Be as transparent as possible and allow your agent to give all of those things, get them out on the forefront to every buyer and buyer's agent, and you're going to eliminate all of these things that home buyers really don't like, and it gives them cold feet if that happens. So I just wanted to share that with you. And if you have a property that has some issues and you're not sure how is a home inspector or even a lender going to look at that, give me a call or a text. I'm happy to discuss it with you and share thoughts on how you can get certain issues taken care of just like that. My name is Maury, and I've been helping home buyers and home sellers all around Charlottesville since 1990. You can text, email, or call me, and I'll show you how to navigate any issues that come up and eliminate all of these. Boo, boo.